between sedentary Sam, who does not strength train, and training Tara, who does. And this is across 3 phases of nutrition: maintaining their weight, losing weight, and gaining weight. And it's a pretty sobering thing to look at it this way, but here we go. So sedentary Sam, no offense to Sam, he and training Tara start off with a similar amount of body fat to muscle. Now, I haven't drawn this exactly to scale, but just go with me here. And over time, sedentary Sam maintains his weight. Because he's not strength training, his muscle is going to slowly decline with age. Over time, the muscle is just going to drop and drop and drop, even if he maintains the weight on the scale. And so he's going to have a little more body fat, a little bit less muscle at the end of it. Training Tara, on the other hand, is lifting weights, giving her body that beautiful muscle building stimulus, which is the most important thing here before we get to nutrition, things like protein. And so as she maintains her weight, if she trains hard, she's going to increase her muscle mass slowly over time. And thus her body fat's going to come down because she's maintaining her weight. And that's what we call body recomp. Okay, so that's great. Now she has a little bit less fat, a little more muscle. He has a little bit of the opposite. Body composition just got worse. No change on the scale weight. Now, sedentary Sam says, I got to go on a diet. I've got to lose some weight. So he goes into a calorie deficit. Again, he's not strength training. So guess what is going to happen? He is going to lose some fat, but he's also going to lose some muscle. And he might lose a decent amount of muscle, a quarter, a half of the tissue as muscle. And so, yes, he loses fat, but he also loses muscle. Training Tara, on the other hand, as she loses weight, she's holding on to almost all that muscle, and she's losing primarily fat. So at the end of this cycle, now she's pretty lean. You know, she's got the higher muscle she built up from before. She's cut some fat. She's pretty lean. Sedentary Sam, he's skinny fat, right? He's lost fat, but he's also lost muscle after the muscle he's already lost at maintenance. Finally, they gain their weight. Now, sedentary Sam probably doesn't want to gain weight. It's just going to happen over time with overconsumption and a sedentary lifestyle, slower metabolism, all of that. And as he gains weight, he's really not going to gain any muscle, right? He might lose a little, he might gain a tiny bit, but it's negligible because he's not training, but he is going to gain mostly fat. Whereas training Tara, as she gains weight, she's going to pack on some more muscle, even though a little bit of fat comes along for the ride. And so they've started here, they've ended here. We're going to say that those bars are the same height, same scale weight. What is the end result? Well, you can see it in the picture. Both of them, who started at a reasonably the same body composition, are vastly different in body composition, even though their scale weight is the same at the end of this process. It could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, whatever. Sedentary Sam has a lot more fat and he has less muscle. Training Tara has a lot more muscle and less fat. There we go. That's the essence of body composition. The weight on the scale really does not matter in the long term. What matters is muscle.